Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. First things first, if you wouldn't mind giving me a like and a subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. It's the week before Christmas. We're super busy trying to get as much done as we can so that we can try and take it a little bit easy between Christmas and New Year if we're lucky. We've got a load of building work to do. We've been doing some work on a roof. We've got some milling to do. We've got some cows to sort out and God knows what else. So let's go take a look at what we've been doing. I hope you enjoy the video. Essentially what's going on is we've moved these cows up into this top yard. And we've realised that now we've got the bucket and thank you for interrupting. Now I've got the bucket. So I don't think she likes me videoing. Now I've got the bucket. It's a little bit more difficult to feed on this trough, and we're going to make some alterations, and I'm going to explain to you why. Gosh, she's noisy. What we're doing is when we come to feed along here, we can't actually blow in straw from this side with the straw shredder. We actually have to blow it in from the end there. We used to with the old Coon one we had, because that had a side spout, but the new ones only have top spouts, so it's a bit more difficult. We have to blow it in from the end, and we blow all the silage in here. And when we come along with the trough to feed the corn, we can't get between the trough here and the top there. It's very, very tight, and as you get to this end, it gets worse. Gosh, she's kicking up a right racket. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the cantilever part off the shed, which was a later addition anyway, so it should be pretty simple to do. It should make life a lot easier for us to feed and bed. We'll put up a new guttery in, put the barge balls back up, potentially paint it, and yeah, it should be a lot better and easier for everyone. So let's get to it. So as you can see, it looks a million times better already. We've got rid of that cantilever bit, and we've rubbed it all down, reattached the top sheets so that it is ready for a good paint now. We can paint it all up, and then the boards we took off, the sort of barge board, we're going to put that back onto the top of those steels, and then we'll put the new guttering on. But the new gutterings might turn up tomorrow, might not turn up till after the weekend. But when it does turn up, we're going to put big sort of 17mm guttering on here so that it takes the water well, because it takes it off this shed roof and the next shed roof. So it'll take the water away, it should keep everything nice and dry, and it should be super easy to bed and feed these cows. So as you can see now, we've got rid of the cantilever bit, and we have painted all of these stanchions. Actually, I say we. Dad painted the stanchions while I was in a meeting. But it's all painted now. And we're going to put the barge boards back along the top, put the new guttering on, which is down in there, and it's bloody massive. I'll go and show you. So here it is. This is the guttering that we're going to be putting up. It's huge. How wide it is. Like, I've got big hands, and that is wide, super deep as well. So that's going to go up. That should take plenty of water. I've got all the fittings and fixtures. That's going to go on after we put the barge board up. So hopefully by tonight, I'm hoping we'll have all of this done. It's that weird time of year when we're just trying to get rounded up before Christmas, because Christmas is on Saturday. It's now Tuesday, so we're trying to get lots and lots done. So I've been busy milling on one thing or another, and Dad has got the blocks on to the top of those casting walls. So if you watched the video 3 or 4 weeks ago, you'll have seen us casting all these walls in, and we've blocked the top because we can't cast right to the top, because that's as much casting, much shuttering as we've got. He's cast the blocks. Put the blocks on the top now, so that's super smart. And he's also got a few spare blocks from what we cleaned up that he's going to use to put on the end of this trough, because the trough just outside here on this shed, just here, is a trough that we occasionally use that for cattle. And when we used to have the Keenan, we used to back along here to feed, because the Keenan fed out on the left hand side. So you draw along to feed, back out, and we used to take the end off this trough, because it just used to push it off because it's so tight you can't steer away from it. So Dad's been chiseling them blocks out. He's going to get rid of that casting bit and essentially put some of the new blocks on there, reblock that all up and fill it all in, because we shouldn't really get any issues now with backing into it because everything's a bit more controllable now we've not got the tuning. So what he's now doing, we put that line across, so that gives us our fall on our gutter brackets. Dad's going to put the gutter brackets in about 1.2 meters apart, and then they look a bit like this. And just clip them up. The line should run along that little notch there, and then we'll put the guttering in last. Put all the brackets up first, and then pop the guttering in when we're done. So as you can see, the finished article is behind me. We've got the ballast balls up, got the guttering up, got that guttering. If you're wondering where we got it from, it's a Flowplast guttering. We got it from Stow Ag. They are at Stow on the Wold. They deliver for free within 50 miles and they get it here within 2 or 3 working days. And I'll be honest with you, we've never had anything rubbish from them. Really, really good. Great service. Everything we get from there, we get the paint from there, everything. So everything we get from them has always been really, really good. So 100% recommend Stow Ag if you're looking for anything and you're in the Midlands-ish area. Like I say, I think they deliver further than that, but it's free within 50 miles. We just fall within 50 miles. So we're going to give this our first test run. Now it's all up and done. Guttering's up here. We've got the downright in on here too now, and that all runs to the ditch too. So we'll give this a go, shall we? See how we get on. That couldn't have gone any better. That was really, really good. I'm super pleased with that actually. Just before, when he had the cantilever coming over, you couldn't blow it in because the spout on the shredder would just hit the guttering. You couldn't get it in. The angle couldn't be right. If you got further away, you used to put it on the roof. So you used to have to just bed it from that end. And even though the Macare shredder's good, it only really get 3 bays in. It only throw sort of 45 foot. So that last bay was never super clean. So now we've got rid of that. That's gonna make life so much easier. This yard's going to be so much better because we'll just be able to keep it a lot cleaner, and if we can keep it cleaner then we're probably going to use it more, which is, you know, win-win for everyone really. In other news, the loader's now on the 125. That's been broken down for about a week, and when we put the loader on, that to me makes it officially winter. So that's on because now in the mornings Dad will go down and feed out with the bucket and put the bales out and so on and so forth, and I'll just do the bedding and the feeding of the silage. He's also bricked the end of this trough up here, which is looking pretty smart. And we've also, because as I mentioned, we used to back into it with the Keenan as you back down, haven't got the Keenan anymore, so that'll fix that problem. And we've also put rebar, I don't know if you can see it in there, in the trough. So we've got 3 rebars all the way around it. So in theory that should be really strong. We'll fill those blocks with cement and then we'll fill in tomorrow or something like that and put the top back on the trough. Also, probably should mention that at the weekend, last weekend, we decided to bring the rest of the suckler cows in. So the cows are now all in. We've got to do a bit of shuffling around tomorrow. We've got to do some organising. We'll probably video that. We're going to shuffle some groups around to get into some that are a bit leaner, just based on body condition. We will separate them out, some that are leaner, some that are fitter, and then we'll bring the in-calf heifers in because they're still out. We'll bring them in before Christmas, and then all that'll be out then is the young stock, which are grazing on the cover crops. Now we have sorted the cows out. We have got 1 yard with 4 cows in. So when we add the in-calf heifers to that yard, that'll put us 36 in that yard, which is perfect. You can hear them make a little bit of racket because we've upset them a bit by moving them and putting different cows in different groups, and they need to sort their hierarchies and such like out. I've fed the gangway because we feed 2 yards of this gangway every day, and that's ready for the 2nd yard to go in tonight. But I thought it'd just entice the in-calf heifers in. Dad's gone to fetch them, and hopefully I won't have to go and help him. I've just sorted the yard out here, and they should, all being well, come in on their own. I actually did some maths yesterday, just a little bit of basic maths, what I would call fag packet maths, while I was walking the dogs, to try and sort of work out how much straw and how much silage we've saved by having cows out until Christmas. Normally, we would, when we used to set stock, they'd be in by November because we'd have run out of grass. But with the rotational grazing and grazing the cover crops and so on and so forth, it's meant that we've been able to keep these cows out until most of the cows came in last Saturday, a week before Christmas. And then obviously these in-calf heifers are coming in now. And it came to the fact that straw and silage saving alone, without all the labour, has come to £19,500, which is mental. I was gobsmacked when I worked that out. But it just goes to show how much difference, you know, having a bit of management on your grazing has made. We've been amazed by it this year, and honestly I can't wait to do a bit more next year, and I would recommend anyone giving it a go. It's just unbelievable, honestly. It's the difference, the bottom line is going to be crazy. That's it. That was the last major job that we wanted to get done before Christmas. So really pleased to have that done. Now, all we've got to concentrate on every day is sorting the young stock, which is still out on the cover crops out. We've got to put a water pipe up for them tomorrow. And we've got to just feed and bed all the cows. So hopefully we can take it a little bit easier now between Christmas and New Year, which will be great. I'm going to do a few videos, I think, between Christmas and New Year. I might do a farm tour or something like that. Which could be split into a couple of videos because I want to do as much talking about things that are going on the farm as possible. But until then, guys, please give me a like, give me a subscribe, really appreciate it. Leave any comments below. Have a great Christmas and stay safe, stay positive, test negative. That's my new motto. Have a good one. See you in a bit. Bye.